Om and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. This is Yamuna Devi. I'm so happy to be here with you today because I have a very special topic I would love to share with you to help you improve your quality of life so you can live joyful, in plenitude, content, happy, joyful, happy, blessed, healthy, because this life is such a blessing. This life is a blessing. Your life is a blessing. And you are here to experiment and experience this human life, what it is to be human. And we have the choice to choose how we want to live. And that is very powerful. But we have to be aware and conscious of the choices we make, because it's easy to go astray and it's easy to enter into a space of confusion, of anxiety, of fear, of sadness, of anger, and trail down in those directions that do not serve us. It's very easy to trail that way. Why? Why does that happen? Because we are lacking awareness. We are not aware. We are not conscious. So because we are not exercising the tools that are within us, we suffer. And throughout that suffering, we also learn, we grow, but we are not seeing that light within us. We are just seeing that darkness. But if we turn on the light, we can see the dark spots, but also work on them as well. And that's okay, that's beautiful. But it's a matter of turning on that light of awareness that is within you. And in that awareness, amazing, so beautiful, magic happens. There's clarity. And you understand that you are none of those emotions. You are not anxiety. You are not fear. You're not anger. You are not stress. You are not the situations that surround you. You are none of those. Your essence is peace. Your essence is joy. You are bliss. And you are meant to tap into that essence because you were born with happiness. You were born peaceful. You were born with joy. But we have allowed ourselves to be influenced by these stressors and situations and so many different things that we need to go back to ourself, to tapping into our being, that divine being that is within us. You are a divine soul and you need to connect. It's time to reconnect. It's time to enjoy the life, the years of our life. It's time to appreciate and love and live joyfully and not allow ourselves to be influenced by others' emotions. That's their work. They need to do that work. But if we are in a space of confusion, if we are in a space of fear, anxiety, then it is easy to be influenced by that hurricane, very easily by that tornado, because we're already thinned out our consciousness, our awareness. The veil of awareness is so thin that it's easy for anything to enter in that confusion. So we need to develop strength in that awareness. And when that awareness strengthens and thickens, and we are practicing moment to moment more and more and more, it's like a muscle. You build that muscle. You build that inner strength. And it comes from awareness. And when the awareness is there, you notice, you're like, hey, one moment, I am not going to allow someone else's anger, sadness, anxiety affect me. I'm not going to enter into their fear. That is theirs. But you are observing it. You are not going with that. tornado and that hurricane. You're not going with that because now you are exercising your awareness. And in that awareness, you can see clearly. You are not in a mental fog that you were before. Because when we're in that mental fog, again, all those gross emotions, we're affected by them easily. So when you increase your frequency, when you increase your awareness, you start seeing the beauty of life and you let go of fear because you know that you are in control of nothing. The only thing that you can manage is how you let things affect you. And that is the awareness. So stress happens. I'm not going to let it affect me. Everything was going to get solved. You start developing faith as well. Trust. It's like a bamboo tree. If the bamboo is planted on the surface and the roots are not deep, then it will fall. But if the bamboo is deep, right, the roots keep traveling deep under the earth, holding on, having that spiritual strength, that mindfulness, that awareness. Then there's trust. And when there's trust, you know there's no fear to trap you. And that bamboo moves. It bends, but it does not break. Why? Because there is faith and you're just flowing with what comes, situations that come, but you are not affected. So think about that. How do we deepen our roots? How do we create that stability, internal balance, that center? You start doing things that you love, that make you happy. Apart from developing awareness, you start doing things that make you happy. You give a space to yourself to experience yourself. You need to give a space to yourself to experience yourself, to be happy. Self-care, self-love, being with yourself, being aware of your emotions. If I'm triggered, I am human, example. If I am triggered, oh, anger is coming. Oh, and now I'm feeling a little angry. Okay. If I feel a little anger, where is it coming from? What happened? What triggered me to feel that way? If you observe it, if you start trailing it down, you will understand. Perhaps it was a past traumatic experience. Okay, I see it. So that situation or person triggered that within me, and now I need to fix it. And now I need to fix it. So continue practicing awareness. Practice self-care, self-love, deepen your roots, and you will feel it's like a rest, a break you give to yourself, because you cannot serve from an empty cup. You cannot serve from an empty cup. You can serve from a complete full cup. So it's really important to strengthen the roots, be at your center, and trust and have faith. The saints and sages trusted. They trusted. I'll give you an example. Read the stories of saints and sages. I'll give you an example. Jesus Christ, everyone knows, right? Jesus Christ. He walked. He was determined. He trusted. He walked footsteps with awareness, paced. He had coordination with his speech, what he thought, and how he acted. That is mindfulness. That is awareness, having awareness of your being. And in that awareness, he had faith because he understood that he was unshakable to any other emotion, because he understood that within him was peace, was love, was God protecting him, divinity protecting him. There is no fear. And you are doing good work, positive work. You are helping others, loving others. Love is within you. You were born with love. You were born with light. Everything is within you. Abundance is within you. But we live in lack because we are scared, because we are always after the struggle. We're always chasing a desire. And if we don't fulfill that desire, we feel unhappy. So our happiness becomes dependent on that desire. So that creates anxiety, that creates fear, that creates stress. And the whole pattern continues. It's not fulfilled, so I'm sad, then I'm angry, I'm frustrated. You see how this continues? So how about if we're happy with where we are now, what we have, we appreciate it? You know, life is a blessing. Live and enjoy the present moment. Every moment we're learning. Every suffering is for growth. Another example, Buddha. Buddha himself was Gautama Buddha. He was a prince. And he wanted to experience outside of the palace because everything was perfect inside. And he didn't understand how could everything be so beautiful. Everything is wonderful. But he did hear that outside was another world. So he left, he escaped. And he met with disease. He met with beggars. He met with fear, his anxiety, like all the things, desires. And he understood that we have to lead a middle path. You can't live with one grain of rice. He learned that because he tried to starve himself. He tried to live in scarcity. And you can't live overindulging. The middle path. That is what he taught. Everything is the middle path. Lead a balanced life, not in excess. Live the middle path. So it's beautiful to read and to listen and to. There are many more saints and sages, many more. And we learn, we understand, and we try to develop these beautiful qualities because they're within us. And with awareness, observing day to day, you start understanding that you are not your anxiety, anger, fear, doubt, confusion. You are none of these. You are peace. You are harmony. You are bliss. You are joy. You are that light. And within that light, you can see everything better. Sometimes even the dark spots, the dark places, right? Because when you light a little candle, you can see you're traveling through the darkness. And that's okay because you are safe, you're protected, and you trust. So you also learn, right? From those shadows, from the dark aspects of your personality. And from there we grow. And it's okay. Everything is okay. Not to fear. Because what emerges is something so beautiful. And through suffering we learn also. we grow. So it's a process of life and part of being human, and it really is a blessing. So I want you to reflect and think about this. Develop your more awareness. When you are washing dishes, just focus on washing dishes. Don't listen to music, talking, cooking, and washing dishes. Just wash dishes. Feel the water. Feel the temperature. Feel the dish. Observe. Observe. Use your senses. Bring your senses to that present moment. If you're cooking, cook. Put joy. Don't put worries into the cooking. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about how you're going to cook and who's going to eat. And no, just enjoy the cooking. Not tomorrow, not the past, the present moment. And when you're eating too, eating is so important, so beautiful, because you are nourishing this being. You're nourishing your body, the entirety of your being. So when you're eating, chew properly. Bring all your senses to that present moment. Chew properly. Feel that food entering to your body, digesting. Feel the process of digestion, how beautiful it feels for your body, for your mind, emotions, and senses. To be present in that moment. Not watching TV, not in front of your computer screen, because that distracts you, that deviates from that present moment, from your digestion. Instead, we're digesting what's happening on the TV. We're digesting what's happening on the computer screen. So bring your awareness to your eating, because you are processing that food, you are digesting, and that is nourishing your entire being. So practice. Start with gentle awareness. Then you can slowly incorporate walking, observing more, and create that muscle. Mother Nature is perfect. Mother Nature gives constantly, but we don't look at her when we're driving, when we're outside. Have you ever looked at the trees while you're driving and given thanks? Because of them, we exist. Not they exist because of us. No. We exist because of them. We breathe because of them. All creation coexists, this beautiful ecosystem, and they coexist to continue beautiful life and beautiful world we live in. So Mother Nature is constantly giving. Like my teacher says, Swamiji, the mango tree doesn't eat mango, does it? Mango doesn't eat mango. Mango gives mangoes, and we eat them. The mango is constantly giving, 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 giving. Here, have my children. Nourish yourself, enjoy. So, we cannot just breathe in. No, we have to breathe in and exhale. It goes both ways. We need to give. It's an exchange, breathing in and breathing out. It's a flow. So we give, and we don't expect to receive, but if it's given, thank you. Give and receive. It's an exchange of energy too. So give thanks to all of beautiful God's creation, nature's gifts. Give thanks to the lizards, to the flies, to the mosquitoes. Doesn't matter. It's part of the ecosystem, right? Without mosquitoes, the lizards don't eat. Trust me, I've thought about it. Why do mosquitoes exist? Because they bite me a lot. But I realized that they're part of existence. Gosh, without mosquitoes, we wouldn't feel what it is to be bitten, right? And nature wouldn't have food to eat either, the lizards, the frogs. So it's a whole beautiful cycle, and we are also part of it. So observe and create that awareness moment to moment. Give thanks, be grateful, and love your existence. Love every moment of your existence. Do not be sad for too long. Do not be angry for too long. It's not worth it. It's only depleting your energy and depleting you from your joy. So thank you so much for being here. I send you lots of love and good wishes and my prayers. Hariam, thank you so much.